Hey everybody, welcome to North Star Knife Reviews. Good to have you here today. As I'm recording this, I think baseball season just started, and I've got my St. Paul Saints cap here. The Saints are, well, they used to be independent, they're now the AAA team for the Twins. And the Twins home opener coming up a couple days actually got postponed because we're going to have some snow. Now, living up here in the Great White North, Minnesota, I personally like snow, and a year without snow is a year not worth having, in my mind. I know that not everybody agrees with me, but I'm a snow fan. So I'd rather have it in April than have a year without it, personally. That's just me. Anyway, on to other things. We are going to take a look today at a knife from Artisan Cutlery, and I really like this knife. And here I'll give you the, actually this has got the information on it. So here you go, okay? You've got the model number is 1845P. It's got an AR RPM 9 blade, between 59 and 61 Rockwell G10 scales, ceramic ball bearings. There you go. A little more information on Artisan Cutlery. If you want to take a look at it, that's your call. So this knife I got on Amazon, and it was, the reason I got the color I did, which is what they call gray, and comes in this little bag. Here you go. They call this gray. It's sort of a grayish blue. This was the least expensive model. There were 3 or 4 handle colors, and this one was 35 bucks, but there was a coupon for $5 off. So I got it for 30 bucks. And I really like this knife. I do have one critique of it, and we'll get to that in a minute. But, you know, G10 scales, some milling on here. It's got nice grip on it. You can see it's a flipper. Here's the pocket clip. You're talking a pretty deep carry pocket clip on this. Pretty nice. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. Okay, the knife is gonna run just a hair over 4 inches when it's closed. And as you can see, it is a trailing point. The blade on this is gonna run 3 1/4 inches, cutting edge, maybe 3 3/16, 3 1/8, whatever you want to call it. Again, AR RPM 9, which is the powder metallurgy version of 9CR18 MOV, which is the Chinese equivalent of 440C. So what you basically got is a powdered 440C steel. And, 440C was the king of the hill back 40 years ago. I've got a book on custom knives from the 1980, actually I think it might be 1991 it came out. And the majority of all the custom knives in there are in 440C because that was the premium steel at the time, or at least the reasonable premium steel. And I still like 440C, and having a powder metallurgy version supposedly at least gives it a little better edge retention, and some smaller carbides, which means it can get a little sharper edge. But hey, I'm not a metallurgist, don't quote that as gospel, but that's what they're telling me. Anyway, you see what we've got as a trailing point, which for EDC may not be quite as useful as, say, a drop point or a clip point, because if you're trying to pierce, you have to get down at an angle a little bit to get the point to go in, but has a lot of belly. So if you're doing something, you need some slicing for, it's a flat grind. It is pretty thin blade stock, not unreasonably so, but pretty thin. And with this belly, it slices really, really nicely. Now, the one real critique of it that I have is that, and again, this is a knife that is 30 to 35 bucks, but the edges are not chamfered. So the edges on this G10 and on the flipper, you can see are 90 degree. And that does potentially could lead to a little bit of discomfort if you're using it for an extended period. I also maybe wish it was a little thicker to fill my hand more, but it's a pretty slim carry as it is. But all in all, I think this is a really cool looking knife, and I think this is going to be a great addition to my EDC. If you're interested, take a look. online. I know Amazon has it. I'm sure some other places do too. Again, here's the model number for you, the 1845P. This one is in gray. All right, y'all have a good day. Go enjoy yourself some baseball, snow or otherwise. I'll catch you next time. Talk to you later.